Greetings and welcome to another Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team video, where today I'm reviewing a box and if it can work for Kill Team. But before we get into things, please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of today's video. Do you like it and all of that jazz? And yeah, remember, I've got a Discord you can check out in the episode description below. So it's an affiliate link at Element Games and a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. And also thanks goes to Games Workshop for giving me this new case to review for free. But as always, I aim to be honest, impartial and constructively critical. So yeah, today, while everyone's waiting for a really important stream that will likely feature Kill Team, I have got what people really want, which is this box. This amazing box. So I'm going to review this and see if it's actually good for Kill Team. So this is the new, weird skirmish case for Warhammer 40, well, for Games Workshop skirmish games. So Kill Team, Warcry, Underworlds, what other skirmish games? I mean, you could use it for other skirmish games. So this replaces the small foam case they used to sell. And it's interesting because inside it's silicone. So let me open this up. I'll have better pictures going across. But as you can see, it's got these weird silicone pegs, which you can, flick. They're silicone, so they look hard. But they're like silicone if you've ever used anything silicone. So it's an interesting new case. It replaces the prior case that was made of foam. And usually Games Workshop makes foam cases, but this has silicone instead. And from the article, it's supposed to better fit miniatures, as Games Workshop miniatures can be posed in a variety of ways. And sometimes it's very difficult for foam. So this is supposed to be their rejuvenated way, right, for fitting miniatures. It kind of works. It's just weird. If you're trying to revolutionize the case space, we have foam, right? And now we have magnetic cases where people, you've got the mag tray from Battle Foam, where you get a case with a sheet of metal plates, and then you just put bases with magnets on it, or you can make your own. So that's kind of become popular. Foam is in and out of fashion, but it's always the old reliable. So Games Workshop have come in here with silicone. So going into it, I was very much this does not look good. But I was approach it with an open mind. Maybe thinking outside the box works. And it kind of does. The issue is, you basically can only fit certain size miniatures. It is smaller than the previous case it replaced, and doesn't really securely hold miniatures. They just kind of tentatively sit there. And the main problem I have is once they're in a sealed case, they still move, right? So they still shake about, and it's not actually as secure as you'd like. The case, however, when secured, because it clasps together, so as you can see here, they clasp on this side and it's the reverse from the other side. It's actually really secure, but the models still flop about inside. I mean, I think it's just as safe as foam, but the issue is you're bouncing off of either soft or hard foam, where you're actually more rubbing against the silicone. So I think the main problem you have is you're more likely to chip. So I varnish all my miniatures now for gaming, but if you don't, I would expect you to chip a bit more, just because these things are very, they're not smooth, right? But the base of it is. It's nice, mostly smooth here, but yeah. And I'll show some pictures of miniatures I fit and the pictures that Games Workshop show off. Now, in the article, they did say you could hold a full kill team. Technically, they're right. But for me, holding a full kill team is holding a full roster of up to 20 miniatures. This case cannot do that. It can only fit about 10 Marines, maybe 12 at most. It's very awkward. You can't, everything has to fit within a certain row, and it feels like it's been designed for certain base sizes. But it's if you were bringing the minimum sized, especially for kill team, if you're just only bringing your minimum sized, you could use this well, and it would be okay. My only issue is it's way too small and there's no carry handle. So I like to carry my stuff externally, like my cases. My friend Charles, he prefers putting it in his bag, and this fits in the bag quite nicely, but I would rather carry it. And the issue is when it's all clasped together, it's just a box, like a rectangular box. Oh, no, sorry, no, it's a square because it's 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches. It's about 4 inches deep. It's just, the issue is, the previous case it replaced was £40, but it was £35 when it originally launched. But it had like almost 1.5 or nearly double the size. Maybe like 1.5 or 1.75 times the size of this case. And that's the main problem. It's too small, way too small. If it had like a carrying class and was a little bit bigger, I would go, this is great. My main issue is you bring this, it can't hold your full roster. It can only hold about a half to 2/3 of it. And I'm not even talking about all 20 miniatures. If you're running like 16 Space Marine roster because you want to swap all those models out, you can't. And even with a 25 kill team, you're only fitting about 12 models because of how the space works in this. You can't actually put stuff to the edge unless you want it hitting the side of the case, which is really bad. So the main downside is just size and also price. So it's £35, as I already mentioned. It is the cheapest thing Games Workshop currently does as a case because all the other smaller ones have discontinued. And the issue is if you look at other cases like KR, right, KR multi-case, if you wanted to buy their single foam tray with a cardboard box, it's actually cheaper than this. I think at least by 10-15 quid. Battle foam, it's going to cost you like probably 10 to 15 pounds more. But then you get, if you buy the pack mini, right, you get the pack mini and then you get foam trays which you can keep swapping out, and it also has a huge carrying capacity, whereas compared to this thing. So overall, is this case good? Firstly, I'd like to say thank you if you've continued to watch this. You know, it's an important time for me. I respect the way they've tried to revolutionize case carrying for miniatures. I will say, if you are only like bringing 6 to 10 models at most every time you play, this isn't bad, and it's nice and compact so it can fit in your bag. Cons, cost, it's not cheap. It's still personally not as secure as foam in comparison. I mean, to be fair, I haven't put my models in here and shook it, but I don't want to risk damaging my models, which maybe is a sign of how unconfident I am in this case in terms of protection, right? And then its capacity. It can't hold as much, like for someone like me who would like to carry stuff, and it also doesn't have a handle. So if you want to carry it outside of your bag, you're gonna have to tuck it under your arm. So it's kind of a bit inconvenient. So overall, would I recommend it? It's not like a horrible case. And as I said, if you're only bringing like 6 to 10 miniatures, or maybe 12 every time you play, you're not bringing your full competitive roster, or you're not bringing your full roster to give you enough options, then it's okay. My only issue is it's just the capacity and cost. Like if this was 20 quid, I would say actually it's pretty good for 20 quid. It'd be very competitive. But at the price it is at, you can find comparably larger cases for either cheaper price or slightly larger with better quality. So it's not going to be Angry John. Angry John is gone for the most part. But it's interesting, right? And a pro of this, you can just keep flicking the silicone. Feels really nice. Very nice. So you could spend your turn, you know, while your opponent's doing stuff, you go, you capped that, right? I'm going to cap this. Anyway, yeah, so it's like, it's okay, right? I think as I said, if it was bigger, it'd be better. I guess it's kind of better for Warcry because Warcry is a smaller game, and like, it's really a downgrade from the prior foam case. It's just so small, right, and expensive. But that's pretty much it. Let me know what other uses you could like, because that's it. The other uses, you could use the other foam cases for carrying paint and stuff. I mean, you could theoretically fit paint in here. Wouldn't want to risk it though. So I wouldn't really recommend it. The issue is, as I said before, there are other places you can go to. And even if you can find the other Skirmish case Games Workshop used to sell, if it's still in store, I'd probably recommend that over their current new case. And they also had these small foam like fabric cases, like for Underworlds. If you can find those I have one of those. They're better than this. And it's trying to not be like, oh, I'm a foam purist. I've got a mag tray. Mag trays are great. I'm open to new carrying cases. But I think silicone wasn't it. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of today's video. Did you find it useful? Do you agree, disagree? How do you find this case? Do you think it's any good? You know, impartially, no angry, right? And remember, I've got a Discord you can check out in the episode description below, and affiliate link at Element Games if you want to give me some more support, and especially if you want to buy this, you can buy this at Element Games before it sells out. And I've got a Patreon if you want to give me some more support, and I'll just quickly shout out my patrons. So for my adepts of the crit, I have Tom, Sam, NP, Nick, Mr. Meatwad, Kenzie, John Thomas, Dad of Goldens, Ben, and for my veterans of the crit, I have Sam Jester. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me and helps support the channel. But yes, Warhammer Day, guys, and I'm reviewing a box. It's great. Yeah! I'm actually at work, so I'm going to miss the preview stream, which is at the time of this video up in 4 hours. I'm going to be tired. So yeah, we'll see. You know, I've released a short predicting what season 3 is going to be, right, in a full video. So remember, until next time, no matter what's in the box, there's always a chance for a surprise as long as you can roll a crit.